All right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let me just. Yes, we're live. Okay, awesome. So, hello everyone. Hello, my beauties. This is the first live of 2022. I am very excited. I don't know about you guys. Hi, Larissa. Welcome. I'm gonna just make sure that I am live in my Facebook page. I am live on multiple platforms. I'm so excited. Tell me how your New Year's went. Did you do something interesting? Did you do something fun? Let me quickly go to groups and like cosmetics. So I'm live on two of my platforms on Aneley Cosmetics on Facebook group and hi Marina and my page. I'm just gonna make sure I'm live. Yes, okay, perfect, I'm live. Okie dokie, let's begin, shall we? Let me close this. Perfection. Okay. Hi, Delishka21. Hi, everyone on Facebook. Hi, everyone on Instagram. Welcome to the first live of 2022. I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna give you all time to catch up a little bit later, because those of you that are gonna want to replay it, they're just gonna hear me rambling on. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I cannot believe that we're in 2022. It's crazy. I'm not wearing any makeup because that's the whole point of Back to Basics. First of all, for you to feel comfortable in your own skin, and I think I am pretty confident. Hi, Tamara. And second of all, we're gonna dive into the base of your makeup. So I thought I'm gonna dedicate the first few weeks for the beginning of the year to going really back into the roots. On the different note is the group is 1 year old. For those of you that are not in the group or on my Instagram or on my Aneley Cosmetics page, please join the group. It's Aneley Cosmetics Beauty on Facebook, and I post a lot of things. It's very organized in terms of all the videos. You'll be able to, use a hashtag and find videos from the past year. I can't believe it. We grew from nothing to so many women in the group. It's not limited to women. If men wants to get in the group, it's not a problem. It's a makeup. So whoever wants to learn, welcome. So let's dive right into skin and makeup. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take care of your skin. When you're not taking care of your skin, then you're assuming that makeup is just gonna you're gonna wave your magic brush and things are gonna just get covered. It's actually not true. Makeup does cover a lot, right? When I'm looking this way and that way, that's because I'm trying to speak to both audience on my Instagram and on my Facebook, so I'm trying to be respectful. So skin is very important. First of all, you need to drink water. A lot of times people tell me, I drink a lot of water, Yelena, but I still don't feel hydrated. I'll explain to you why. So number one thing is you're not drinking the right water, the right temperature water, I should say. When you're drinking the right temperature water, it should be a little bit warmer than what you normally are used to. So let's say like a little bit cooler than the tea, right? Hey, Lara, welcome. Yeah, Lara Lee, excuse me. So when you're drinking tea, right, hot tea or coffee, there's a certain temperature to it. It's a little bit hot, too hot for you. So you want to kind of tone it down. I personally drink about 125, 130 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what it is in Celsius, but you can convert it for those of you outside of the United States. So that's about the temperature that I drink. And in the morning on an empty stomach, and like 100 people will tell you 100 things, but what worked for me and for my clients and for my friends and family, because I spoke about it and they have actually tested it, I'm going to suggest drinking plain hot water, preferably filtered with reverse osmosis filter. And I'll explain why I say reverse osmosis filter, and you will hear me talk about this filter a lot, only because reverse osmosis filter gets rid of water soluble and water non-soluble things. Water soluble things. Water soluble things are like medicine, right? Things that just dissolve in water. And most filters, like carbon filters, they do not remove them because they just have this physical barrier. Like if you have like water non-soluble, they don't dissolve in water. Things like little sand or, we have so many things in water just kind of getting into the water. And then when you're drinking it, you're actually making your body more toxic and more sick. Reverse osmosis, it gets rid of both. And a lot of people are concerned with, like, it takes out all the minerals. So buy yourself minerals, not a big deal, you know? I don't recommend putting synthetic minerals into your reverse osmosis water. I never do that personally. But, you know, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. My suggestion, get yourself other minerals and vitamins if you are so concerned about your water being not so light, right? Okay, so that's that. So in the morning, you want to drink about 16 ounces to 17 ounces of hot water. Hot water, do not burn yourself, right? I don't have to tell you this, you're all adults. But like comfortably hot, something that you can really drink and you feel that heat coming through, right? Your esophagus. So that's number one. When you drink it, and don't drink it all at once because your stomach is like right now small because you just woke up, and you want to give it time to expand. You want to give it time to wake up. And why 16 ounces? Why 17 ounces of hot water? Because we have a very long intestines, right? We have the upper intestines, we have the lower intestines. Another word for it is a small and a large intestines, right? I'm giving you like a whole biology, but I think it's important that you understand. So when we're sleeping, there's a lot of bacteria. A lot of bacteria that's it's just accumulates in your gut, right? And what you want to do is you want to get rid of it, you want to flush it out. So all of this junk that's accumulating inside of your intestines is just waiting for you to feed it. And when you wake up and you drink your coffee and you take your sweet whatever food and you take your food intake and all of that, what happens is you're feeding all of that bad bacteria, right? There's good bacteria, there's bad bacteria. You're feeding the bad bacteria, and then it multiplies, and then you have all these issues, and it comes out on the skin. The whole purpose of this, little educational piece, which I really wanted to do that right in the beginning of the year, because a lot of people were not either part of the group yet or never heard me speak about it, and they're kind of always wondering what's wrong with my skin. Your gut directly affects your skin, your body, your weight, everything. Everything has to do with your gut, right? So when you're taking care of your gut and you're flushing out all the bad bacteria out of your intestines first thing in the morning, and again, take your time drinking it. It is about 500, it's a half a liter, 16 ounces, 16, 17 ounces. So it's pretty much, it's a lot. So take your time, drink it little by little, maybe throughout the morning, maybe when you're getting your kids ready or when you're getting to get out of your house, and then have your breakfast about 20 minutes after. Let this water flush out whatever toxins that's sitting in your gut. Your skin, do this for 30 days, your skin on your face, on your body, it will transform. It's really amazing. If you have obviously other medical issues, then you should, see your nutritionist or whoever you go to, whoever you trust. But that's your basic step one, is drinking water. Now throughout the day, you want to drink also hot water, because cold water just kind of goes through your body. It doesn't have the ability to go into your tissues, your cells, and really hydrate you and really pull out anything that's not supposed to be there. So throughout the day, what you want to do is you want to take your weight. Let's say you're 150 pounds, right? You want to divide it in half, right? Divide it by 2. That's like the formula that I use and I allow my clients use. So that's 75. So 75 ounces of hot water per day is your minimum, okay? I'm going to say one more time. You're going to take your weight, whatever your weight is, right? If you're 100 pounds, 150 pounds, whatever it is, you're going to divide that weight into 2, and you're going to drink that amount, right? Half your body weight in ounces of plain hot water throughout the day. I don't recommend drinking during your meals. I would say drink before, like maybe about an hour before, because sometimes hot water makes you like lose your appetite, and sometimes it's actually good because you might think you're hungry, but you're actually thirsty. So it's a great trick to see if you are really hungry or not. Like wait 15 minutes and then your body will tell you, oh, actually I'm good, and then after the meal, I would say maybe 2 hours after the meal, and I'm not a nutritionist by no means, these are just suggestions, but this is what has been working for me. and for a lot of people. So definitely try it. So that's one aspect, right? Drinking water. It'll flush out the toxins out of your body, it'll hydrate you, and you will not feel so bloated and your skin won't break out as much, right? Again, this has nothing to do with medical issues. Medical issues are a different category. We're talking about regular, if you're breaking out, or if your skin is too dry and you're flaky and your pores are enlarged and your hair's falling out and there's like no reason for it. Do this and you will see a difference, right? Even in your digestion. So that's step one. Step two, you want to moisturize your face. Your skin has to be moisturized. There are different types of skin that you guys need to know about. So first, there's oily. Second, there's dry. Third, there's a combination, so you have more than two or more on your face, right? Like let's say the T-zone, which is this zone right here, it tends to get more oily sometimes, and the rest may be a little bit dry. And of course, the fourth one is normal. And if you have normal skin is like nothing's really happening to it throughout the day. The best way I would say is probably the quickest way to know which type of skin you have is wash your face in the morning. Just, clean it the way you usually clean it. Leave it alone. This is great to do when you're not going anywhere, when you're home, so you're not changing the climate. In about a few hours, go to the mirror and look at your face. If your face didn't really change since the morning, then you're most likely, and I'm talking about throughout the whole face, right? This zone, that zone, this zone, it's pretty much the same, then you have normal skin. If you feel tightness, right, it feels tight throughout the whole face, most likely you have dry skin. If you see oil like just kind of popping out of everywhere, most likely you have oily skin. And if you're seeing two or more different variations, meaning like some oil here, little dryness here, or nothing really changed here, and then some oiliness or dryness in certain areas, most likely you have combination skin. Most people that I personally know have combination skin, which is great, doesn't matter. Whatever your skin is, there's a skincare regimen for you. But moisture is not the same as oil. I need to highlight that because a lot of my clients that have oily skin, they do not moisturize. So drinking water, right, watering your plants is not the same as pouring oil on it. It's two completely different things. So you want to make sure that you moisturize, because moisture is necessary. You could have oily skin and still be dehydrated, and it will definitely show on your skin because your pores are going to be enlarged. You just won't be able to apply makeup without it sliding off. So, or for the drier ones, it's easy because you see that it's dry and you're going to do more things for it. I personally have my own favorites, and I share them with you all the time. I use Astera products, and I've tagged them a million times already. I buy them. This is not sponsored. I just really love them. And the one for daytime I love is Soothing Aloe Vera Lotion. It's really, you see how it just kind of just drops. It's so good. I just wanted you to see show you the consistency. All you do during the day is just apply it onto your face. They do have other products for drier skin, for oily skin. So if you need that, like, more information, you're welcome to ask me, or you can ask them, whatever. They're very easy to speak with. So what I do is usually I apply moisturizer everywhere except on those days when I'm putting eyeshadow. I do not put moisturizer on my lids if I'm going to be putting on a fully blown makeup. I'm going to put this back so I don't waste it. It's really good stuff. So you apply, you really don't need a lot. It's so good. And this is aloe vera, and it's for most skin, right? Most skin. Another thing I want to tell you is when you're trying to, for the skin to soak it in, right? When you're trying to soak it in, so you want to make sure that you go upwards. You go upwards into your skin, right? Against the hair growth. If you're trying to remove things and you don't want it to penetrate, you're going to go back the other way, right? So let's say you're removing makeup, you're going to remove it this way, right? You're going to kind of go downwards and to the sides. So this is why it's important to understand skincare. A lot of times you're just applying things just to apply sake, for applying sake, and that's just not healthy. So that is your step number 2. Step number 3 is makeup, the actual makeup, right? We finally got to it. I love primers, especially when you have very porous skin or very uneven skin tone, or there's certain things on your, or for example, you just want to go to the party and you want the makeup to last longer, right? So I would recommend simply applying the primer, and I'm gonna put it on now, but it is not a necessary step if it's just for every day. So I'm trying to simplify it as much as possible in this live because I don't want to overwhelm those of you that are not really into skincare and not really into makeup just yet. And with time, I want you to build up the perfect, and there's really no perfect, it's not the right word, the right regimen for your skin at that time. And the reason why I'm suggesting the right regimen for that time is because your skin may change over time. You may, you know, start caking with makeup, or you may start being, there could be so many different things wrong, or it could improve over time, and then you will notice that you actually need to maybe switch around your foundation, maybe from liquid to powder, from powder to liquid, or maybe you need a heavier coverage, maybe you need a lighter coverage. Hi everyone. You know, so I'm going to go in with a primer. You want to shake it well. If you see a little separation, that's just essential oils. We don't put fillers in our products, but essential oil can separate just from sitting there, right? So you want to give it a good shake. Put it either on a brush, or you like directly on the brush, or just on your face or on your hand, and then pick it up from your hand. It's just such a phenomenal product. It's so lightweight, first of all. It has the type of feel like you're actually putting water. That type of feel. Consistency is more of like a creamy, very very luxurious. Look at this. It just almost illuminates my skin, right? And just apply it on. If you have the time, you can leave it on your face for a couple of minutes. Hey Diana, my love. You can leave it on for a couple of minutes just to kind of let it set. If you're in a rush, it's not a big deal. You can just go for a foundation right away. And when you have zero time, you can mix the two, meaning the foundation and the primer together. And then, you know, mix them up and then apply it onto your skin. So once you've allowed this to set, you're gonna go for your foundation. The foundation you're gonna use doesn't matter whether it's a powder foundation or it's a liquid foundation. I love liquid foundation mostly for throughout the year except for the summer. Just me personally, I like to use powder for the summer, but I do use liquid like all the time. And summer in New York is like 2 months, so it's not so much. So you're gonna apply your foundation, and I want you to see the difference when I'm applying it onto my face, how it covers, even though we call it a medium coverage, but look at this crazy difference between without it, right? You see like the dark circles, and then with it. It feels like I'm applying an extra layer of skin. Look at this. It just blends beautifully on my face. I'm gonna do just half a face for now, just for you to kind of see what I'm talking about. The color that I'm using, sure, it's bamboo. It is a little bit darker for me during the winter months because my tan goes away during the winter, so I blend with the wall. So I do still use sometimes bamboo, but normally I'm the color nude in my line. So if you want to, let's say, build it up, you apply another layer. This is like if you wanted a bit more of a coverage. So this is a very buildable foundation, very buildable. It's so yum and luxurious. The feel is like silky. It's super silky. I'm gonna get closer to you guys so you guys can see how well it blends with my skin. You want to go into the like perimeter of your face. You want to make sure you blend it in. But the best part about it is, I mean, it has so many amazing things about it, but one of the things about it is that color adjusts on your face. So in about a second, you will see that this side and this side, it'll little be the same color, which is my color. It'll just, look at this, two sides, right? It's like I'm not wearing any foundation on this side. If I didn't have this part without makeup, you would never tell, right? So this is why I love it. It just color adjusts to me, right? And no, you do still have to choose foundations. Look, I'm gonna put it on this side also. You still have to choose foundation. We do have a variety of foundations, and in a couple of weeks I'm gonna be doing again, I'm gonna go through all the swatches, but today I want to showcase the basic techniques that you should definitely know. Again, you do not need to use a primer if you're just applying makeup every day. It's not necessary to do that. It's really nothing is necessary to do. These are just suggestions, but primer will hold the color true to what it is, right, on your skin. It's not gonna penetrate because this is a natural product, and what happens is the skin loves it so much it kind of brings it in a little bit into your skin. So that's why you want to put a little bit of that primer to make sure that it holds the makeup in place, especially when you're going out. I'm gonna go for another pump just because I want to do a bit of buildable coverage, just to show you what it does. So, and you can use whichever one. Let me read this question. Can you test it? Yeah, so we do have kits. We do have gift kits. This one is called, with the foundations, it's called a natural gift set. I'm gonna put it up as well so you guys could see it. But you can actually order it, and it has a variety of foundation. It comes in 3 different kits, meaning light, medium, and deep. And when you open it up, you will have, I'm also gonna post a little like tutorial where I open it up and you see what's inside of it. And then you'll be able to see that you can actually test out a few different colors depending on your shade range, light, medium, or dark. And then you're gonna choose the one you like, and then you're gonna purchase the big one. But I thought it would be very nice to have these kits prepared, so you can gift them, you can test it yourself. It comes with foundations from all 3 of my foundations, which is matte, matte loose, more radiant loose, and liquid. And it also comes with all 5 powder blushes as well. And we also throw in as a little gift 4 random colors for the eyeshadow from my Illuminous collection. So yes, absolutely, that's a great question. All right, so the next step is your mascara, because if you're just going out, this is like for the basics. This is going back to my 5-minute makeup technique where I use 4 products. But here we want to make sure we're diving in deeper. So the next thing after your foundation, you want to do your eyes. You're gonna do your eyes. You want to put your pinky right onto your cheekbone. Look down when you're applying it on the top, on the upper lids, lashes. So you're gonna go up like this. You're also gonna have some, product on there as well, which is fantastic because look at this. It just grabs on so well with the mascara, and it really brings up your lashes. And my lashes are pretty tiny. You guys can see over here versus over here. You see that for you guys on my Facebook? They're pretty tiny, and they don't have such like my sisters, for example. You guys seen I've done a live with my sisters. They definitely have huge, thank God, lashes. I got shorter ones, but it's okay. I don't mind. I got a lot of mascara. So this is what you want to do. You want to apply it on one eye. Do not apply makeup here yet, because you might smudge it. So just keep your eyes down like this. Let the top dry. Just apply a few coats if you want. It depends on what you want to achieve. I have some customers that like to put on 1 coat because it looks the most natural, and I like myself also included, I like it to be a little bit more dramatic. You guys know I love the false lashes. It's just so good. So I'm gonna apply a few coats. Okay. Also, never go like this and just pump your mascara. You will dry it. You don't want to do that. We don't put any fillers in it, and it doesn't have any parabens in it. So it's not gonna be so smooth if you're gonna keep pumping air in it. And that's kind of across the board with all mascaras, if natural mascaras, because you're just gonna dry it out. So just put it in and pick up the product and pull it right out. It's very, very moist and beautiful. Now, if you have very oily lids, let this dry. If you have hooded eyes, like your eyes are here, make sure you just pull this part upwards so that you don't touch the lids against your lashes. Very important. Close it, put it away for just a second while this is drying, and it's gonna take like a second, but still, while it's drying, you want to apply the rest of your makeup, which is basically your blush. Let me just grab it out. Your blush and your lip gloss or your lipstick. Okay, so very, very easy. It came up here. Hi Gana, hi OFC, Nisliva, Lasgom, Diana, hi my love, Irina, Rosalinda, Oksana, Eki, thank you so much for joining. So if you missed it, don't worry, but go back for sure and listen, because I've done a lot of dive in terms of skincare, the basics of skincare and the basics of cosmetics, so it's gonna be saved. You wanna pick up some of that pigment onto the blush brush, right? And then it's up to you. The new trend is applying it right up here, right? Kind of lifting your face up. The older trend is applying it right here, right? Like a little bit lower. Whatever you guys prefer, that's what you're gonna do. You guys, if you know me, you know I don't run after the trends unless it's really good and it actually suits my face. This one happens to be a really good one, and I do use it. But again, it depends on you, and it depends on your face, how you like it. You know, it's like I always give this example as a perm back in the 80s. A lot of people got it done, and now they're looking at their photos and they're like, oh my God, like that shouldn't have happened, right? So apply, and also it's buildable. So just give it some time and build, okay? I always like to go into my temples. You know, I just feel like it kind of connects the dots. If you don't like to do that, don't do it. It's just my personal preference. And I think it's perfect and it's on point for what I want with it. And of course, last but not least is your lip gloss or your lipstick, and then you can go back to your lashes. Or if it's already dry, you can go back to your lashes, right? And it dries really fast, so it's already dry. So you can actually apply the lower lash line. So you're gonna look up, right? So when you're doing the upper lashes, you're gonna look down, and when you're doing the bottom lashes, you're gonna look up. It's very, very important. Otherwise, you're gonna smudge, and then you're gonna call me and say, what did I do wrong with my mascara? So look up, and then put your pinky for control, and you can, if you're looking in a mirror, you're gonna go like this, right? Like that. You're gonna look in the mirror. So you're gonna go just like this, a few coats down here. And I'm not using a mirror right now, so I'm literally using my screen. So if it looks funny to you, that's because I'm literally looking onto my phone for Instagram and my computer for my Facebook. So there you go. Anything beyond this, liners, whatever you want, eyeshadows, that's already like the next step. You don't need to do that right now. Today it's all about the basics. And of course your lipstick, you're gonna put your pinky here right in the center and just give yourself a little smile and just go back and forth. That's it. This is a more nude color. I don't know, I felt like doing it. You guys can use whatever you want. I think like this, I would go out, maybe if I have a meeting or whatever. Very, very simple. It doesn't require a ton to do with your face. So very, very simple makeup, but these are your basics. And of course, throughout the day, we have this product called Moisture Spritz. It's basically just like, it's a moisturizing spray. Throughout the day, what you can do with this one is, if you feel like your minerals are kind of dimming down, like you're not as juicy, like not as bright, what you can do is just a little bit further away from yourself, just kind of spray in the air, let the mist get on the skin and let it dry. Don't go like this and spray, because it's just gonna drip, right? But when you're far away, it gives you a great mist like this. You see on this side? This one, don't do that. This one, great mist, and it will revitalize, wake up the minerals, because these are all basically organic minerals. It'll just revitalize and wake up all that makeup, and you're gonna look phenomenal. Also, it sets the makeup very nicely, so right after your makeup is done, you can actually spray it, right? Also, be a little bit further away, about maybe 12 inches, like really nice length. All you need is a mist onto your face, and then it'll just set all that makeup that you have. So this is your back to basics. If you joined now, I see a lot of people joined on my Facebook and Instagram here. If you just joined, please go back, because we're actually done, and replay this, because I'm getting a lot of these questions, and I wanted to really target them in the first live of the year. So happy new year for those of you that just joined. Brunin, Alexa, Miss One International, welcome everyone. So go back and really dive in. Just to kind of recap, the first thing you want to do is take care of your skin, which is, you know, drinking water, very important. The first thing in the morning, hot water, comfortably hot. Don't tell me Elena said to drink hot water. Comfortably hot, just to kind of flush out all the toxins. The next thing you want to do, I mean, the one important thing is obviously sleep, right? You want to sleep. But if you can't get to your beauty, like Betty White used to say, get at least 8 hours of sleep. Unless you're ugly, then get 9 hours of sleep. Oh my God, may she rest in peace. Loved her dearly. But that was one thing she said, and I thought it was hilarious. But so definitely hydrate. Then you want to make sure you put your moisturizer, whatever moisturizer that's good for your skin. And we went through all different skin types, right? There are 4 skin types in general, and for how to tell, how to differentiate between them. And then of course you can use a primer. It's optional. It's wonderful to go out, especially if you have very textured skin, meaning you have some enlarged pores, you have uneven skin tone, right? You want the makeup to stick if you're going out. Great to use. It's actually also great to use. I have some women that have like really pretty big eye bags, just because whatever, it's just naturally like that for them. So actually they are using only this product on their whole face, and the foundation they apply much lower, right? And it just kind of blends in. So it's also wonderful to apply on its own and just go about your business. And then you apply your foundation. Foundation can be either powder or liquid. It doesn't really matter. Depends on you, depends on your preferences and your skin, right? And then you apply your mascara, your lips, and your blush, and you're done. At the end, you're able to, if you want, you can spray a little bit of that moisture spray. It's so yum, it's so good. And then everything just kind of comes together. Just make sure you close your eyes so that, you know, if you have sensitive eyes, it's not going to give you some sensitivity. But it is all natural products. But again, if you're allergic to honey, you're allergic to honey, right? So make sure you read ingredients. All right, so thank you so much for joining me for the first live of the year. This is great information. Thanks so much. My pleasure, my love. And if you have any questions after you replay it, or about your skin, or about the foundations, or which one works for you, please feel free to reach out to me. I am literally everywhere at Aneley Cosmetics. And I'm going to see you next week, Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we will continue back to basics, and we will do part 2. And we're gonna keep on building this up until the New Year's. And that's when we'll do more glam. All right? Thank you so much. I love you all, and I will see you next Monday.